Hey guys, Christina Blackfeather here. I'm just doing a recording today on Dragoncoast. I was doing some prep work on Life in the Woods Renaissance, and it's kind of where I really can't even get out of my starting location without the game starting to seriously lag or crash on me. And I can be on peaceful, I can be on creative, I can be whatever on it. And so I don't know. I'm gonna try, and this is after a fresh reboot on my computer. So I don't know um, what I'm going to do there. Um, I might wondering if I'm going to be better served. As much as I enjoy the pack, I might be better served to just go back on the realm and do stuff there in survival and let you guys watch what I do, which is disappointing. Uh, but I guess other people have run into the same problem. So anyway, here we are on Dragoncoast, and I really have no clue what I plan on doing. That about sums it up. I Oh, there's another cave. Really? I swear this seed is so riddled with caves. It is just unbelievable. Well, let's see this one, shall we? This really is such a cool seed. Oh, that looks like that's just a hole. Okay. This still, I swear, has got to be one of the best Minecraft seeds I've run into because there's just so much to explore. Oh, and I don't think I've accomplished enough to do a world download at 25. I may just wait until 50. I'm not sure. I do have my own web page though, so if I decide to go that far with these days, numbered days here, then I will, go and um, set up the web page on my site to do it. Um, Trying to think right now what exactly I plan on doing. I just thought I had an idea in my head, and yeah. But as you can see, though, this is where I ended up doing just the layout for the road. It's not going to look like this. Um, we're going to have the gate here, and of course going out to the port out there, which I covered last time. So it means some of this is going to have to be walls. Because I think this entire thing here, the airport, of course, is not going to be inside this castle, but Wellspring definitely is. So I think the whole castle is going to be, you're going to have your air defense towers, but the whole castle itself is going to encompass a good-sized area with this village in it, which the village is going to be supplying food for the castle itself. So, I've been contemplating what we're going to do as far as grain storage and things like that. The airport will not be within the castle walls. So I think the castle is going to kind of go like this. And probably, I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. If we have it go to here, this is going to be a pretty extensive build on this whole thing. I expect this is going to take some serious time. But if we do the wall over to here, yeah, one of the other things Renaissance did is it did an absolutely major crash where it was given exception errors and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that doesn't continue. Okay, yeah, that's a good wall right there. What did I put for a sign here? Castle building. Okay. Yeah. So the castle's going to be very, very oddly shaped. And that's okay. So I'm thinking what have we got here? This is more of the village, but I'm thinking instead of I could do a farm building here along the wall and then throw down some crops here. So maybe and I'd thought about the air defense towers because we have a seaport and we have the airport, and I'm planning on doing some military airships as well as having the defense towers with cannons and stuff like that. Okay, let's go down one more here. Because even though this is, you know, some of the smaller areas are in there for growing, we actually do need to have something that's going to put in a, you know, a good amount of food for to help them survive sieges and stuff. So we'll just make this all workable land first. And the survival player in me is going, coal! I found coal! That's really sad. Just doing this for a bit, and then I have to move hubby's craft supplies into his room. It's pouring buckets out, so weeding is not the thing. And I'm still having those dizzy spells, unfortunately. Like if you review the live stream that I did yesterday, I blacked out on camera. And this time I ate beforehand and stuff, so I don't know. Hopefully I won't repeat that process anytime soon. So what I think I'm going to do first, actually, we could do a really nice warehouse for grain. And probably, hmm. So I don't want to have the warehouse built into the walls, although that wouldn't be too bad, but I want the walls to be their own, solid system for defense and stuff themselves. I don't want to have, the potential of, say that a wall got damaged and so would their food supplies. It would be kind of silly. Um, but we do need to have a warehouse. I should have done this landscaping first, but I really had no clue what I was doing until I got on camera. I'm like, what do you do, And when I have some time off, it looks like I have 4 days off over Memorial Day. So I'm probably going to teach myself a little video editing. I think that would be a very wise decision on my part. Oh, all the things we must learn. I think that would be a good spot for us. Well, no, it's too close to the wall, though. We don't want it too close. Again, same thing. Food would be essentially, a major, major deal. Okay. So I think this is as far back as we're going to go. Because I can put the buildings in and then build around the rest of it later. Alright, so I can actually take part of that out too. So what we really need is to have the warehouse itself be easily accessible from the inside. By the way, that's how you do smooth transitions. You just kind of go with the flow of the landscape there. All right, so we need materials on this. Now we'd already determined we have easy access to spruce. We have easy access to oak. The other thing we really need to look at is the type of stone that's going to be used. And I think andesite might be a good idea. We'll throw some cobble in too, but I can do that afterward. Probably some polished andesite too. I'm gonna have to figure out the lighting separate, I think. Alright, so let's go with, we're also going to need some stone brick, stone stairs, Probably some stone slab and stone. So we don't need those at the moment. So first thing I'd like, now the old farms used to be silos, but that's kind of a Western thing. I suppose we could have some silage because silage works great for coming up with pre-digested stuff for cows and that for winter survival. But we could probably even stick the silage back in there. So let's just work on the plain building at the moment. Probably going to have like hay storage here too, maybe. So that means that there's going to be some crane mechanisms involved too. And the farm here, and probably, yeah, there was going to be a tower there. Well, that's a lot of black sheep. I didn't dye those sheep. Or do we want to... Goddess, I don't know. This is the hard part with planning things. It's like, what exactly do you stick where? I don't think that's actually an effective field for the inside, not to have a massive storage system. But I don't want the castle spread out so far. Now, mind you, we got to keep a wall in for control of the nether portal. I guess we're going to accomplish something in this one because city planning is that important. That's awfully big. That's even bigger than... Let's go to here. Okay. All right. I didn't get them the same level, and I really don't care. So there's a natural bridge in here. And I wanted this to be part of it too. So we have this natural thing happening right here. Yeah. And that'll kind of go this way, I think. Yeah, this would be a decent tower right here. Good vantage point. All right. Now to convert this to a tower. Let's kind of maybe go... That's really spreading it out though. put the lookout tower here. Leave the natural formation of the wall here, but let's put a lookout tower in that spot instead. So take this out. I'm not satisfied with the location, what I was thinking for the grain storage. So we'll do this instead. Ah. Wow, look at that. Jeez. That's pretty incredible. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start laying some stone in here. Let's get the dimensions of this thing anyway. This has to be a good sized tower. You want the view. I also want it partly built into the mountainside, or to look a little more organic. So let's throw another one right here. Whoops. Okay, stop doing that. All right. And right here. And not every tower has to be circular, but you do have to have a consistent look from one part to the other. And that's what we're going to try and work on. All right. Going to trap the pig inside the tower. So I think there's going to be a lot of towers on this thing. I still don't know if there's going to be a dark tower there. I think that's going to be more a guardian type thing. We'll see where I go from this. This is actually going to be good sized right here. All right. So we kind of have that laid out. Let's take that out. My husband says I'm a very organic builder. I tend to make things look like that they've grown naturally almost. I don't sit there and really map things out and set them, where I sit there with a grid and figure out where everything's going to go and all of that stuff. That's not me. I tend to look at the landscape itself and try to play around with it. Where on the realm that we're on, he actually took out parts of mountains and stuff to build a Roman villa style castle. And he only had the walls and stuff go, up into into the natural mountainsides, but most of it he had flattened out quite a bit. And that's the way he builds, and he will go on test servers and or test mods that he comes up with and just play around with ideas. And I haven't done that. Now there's a method to this madness here, or a madness to my method. Let's see. Whoops. Don't care. I'm not taking out anything that is necessity right there, because this will change. Okay. Now, this is the pathway right over this. So let's see. Wow. Huh. Some of this just does not look like it's going to hold up a heck of a lot with all that dirt. So what I'm probably going to have to do, probably pull some of this out too. Not all of it here, but just give myself a clue. Okay, so I think what we're going to work on is this portion, after I smack my head into it, this portion right in here. You can see it already has a natural slope to it. So we kind of want to keep that slope and mimic it coming out of the sheer mountain face. Oops. And I kind of want to keep the waterfalls in there because I like that effect. I think that's really cool. And this was going to be where I was going to have everybody walk, and I have a big gaping hole. All right, so what we need, let's do this first. This is all going to have to be built up, I think. But I want to do something down here. Again, mimic the natural land formation. And still make it look fairly natural. This is still going to be suspended in the air right here. I'll figure that out afterward. Kind of want to make it that they're not, it didn't look like they had to do a lot of stuff with this. This was already here. And this also is just the base here. This is because the walkway is going to be up there, but I just wanted today edit a natural landscape. So you can at least see the process of how I build things up. let's see. You can see kind of a bridge has already taken place, and that's what I want. All right, so let's figure out. And there will be some cracked stone and stuff like that in there too. And let's go here. I think this is going to be, it's going to go down regardless, but, oops. I think there. At least if I get the one facade done, then we'll have something to work with on the other side. Okay. And I have something in my head, but I'm, you know, it's kind of, it's trying to reproduce it. All right. What do I do here? This has still got to be mostly stone. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just throwing that there for a minute. Now, it's not exactly going to be even either. Okay. Now I do want to work with some wood in here too. Oak is going to be very strong. This isn't the main castle part where you're going to be dealing with nether brick and stuff like that. Because if they've got the giant portal into the nether, they have access to nether brick. And right now it's me just trying to figure out what I am doing. What's the kind of look I want to do here? Hmm. And uh, Let's throw some holes in here. Okay. And let's whip out a little cobble too while we're at it. That's still gonna do that. There we go. All right. That pig is a nice touch, isn't he? All right, step back. Kind of want to make the bridge look like it's been just thrown together with whatever was available at the time. Yeah, and that'll figure out. It's going to have, you know, mixtures of stones and stuff in there. So since I've got it looking kind of worn, let's do some of the cracked stone bricks too. Just so it doesn't look so finished. We're getting to where already where it's not going to look as finished as it could be. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is still going to be more natural looking right here as well. So we're going to also throw some regular stone in there. Little bit of brick, andesite. Toss a little cobble in there too. And I threw the wrong wood. So I'm not using spruce on this yet. Don't know. Actually, let's put a piece of wood in there. God, the poor guys that are having to do maintenance on this thing. Ah! Okay. And a little bit newer right here. Okay, so we're getting our suspended part happening. What else can we play with here? That's actually okay. Little bit of just extra stuff. Little bit of outcropping here and there. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's stick that there. Gives a little bit of depth in there. Another little hole. Okay, now what to do with this? I'm going to lay out more of the road before I go working on the Seaport Road. I'll get that planned out a little more. And right now, figure out how wide we want this. We want to have a good spot to be able to battle. That would lead up nicely into the tower. The Tower of Pigs! Hey! Hey, whatever works, right? So I think we're going to have the tower come out. Oh, let's do over here. So that's going to have to come down. Because we want to round it just a little bit more. Why, those pigs are happy pigs. Alrighty, and let's see. So that's going to be a little bit more rounded. I think the wall's going to be defined by the edge of the tower, so let's stick that there. Oh, I decapitated a pig! Okay, so you can see it's going to have a little bit of an odd shape right here, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we're going to put the base of the walk path floor right here at the level I'm taking down to. Pig punching! Okay. So I think that is actually a good base right there. That'll go across nicely. Okay. And as you can see, still get more of the natural shape here too. And up like that. Okay. So technically, that one's going to come out. It's going to go like this. And into this. Alright. And just so we don't have the critter thing, let's fill this in. This isn't going to be tunneled here anyway, so what's the point? I want to decrease the spawn points though. Okay. Okay, so the road level's going to be right here. And this will be the entrance to this tower. So let's put that there. Now, how do we do this? Trying to figure out the design in my head. I don't want it uber fancy. Hmm. That's really kind of okay though. It looks very rustic almost. But I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. This may or may not work. That's really not going to work. Well, no, because I can make it. I can make it happen. Hmm. I got used to using already so many different colored blocks, and it's like, oh, I'm already missing the blocks. Yeah, that's actually okay. Do I do that? Or do I do this? No, it needs some sort of contrast with the cobble. Um, That would look too finished, I think. I don't want it that finished. What would be beautiful is if I could get an acacia half slab that was grayish. Oh, now I know why others have been creating their own texture packs. Because I don't like that either. What do I do here? This needs something. Wall planning. It's that important. I don't think that's going to come across with what I'm trying to come up with. I just have this feeling, but I thought I would try it. That's actually not bad. That is not bad. It's a little broken up. That really is not that bad. Let's add a little more dimension here. We have the worked stairs there, so let's just to add, make it a little bit more three-dimensional. See how we like that. I'm liking this. And we're not going to have fancy lamps up here. So technically, if I level this up, I make this go up a little higher. Yeah. I actually like that wall. I think that looks kind of cool. I'll have to break this up though. It's definitely got to be broken up. Okay. And this doesn't matter a whole lot right here because that's going to be covered up with the stairs. I like this wall. I'm really, really thinking this is a nice texture here, nice variation. And I lost my cobble wall. Oh, it's because it's probably over here. So I ended up not needing that. This is really decent. This is really, really, really decent. I think this is a good idea. So we take the cracked again. And then the cobble slab, which I already had. Now, the only issue I really have right here is dealing with lighting, which I think I'm going to have to backlight, like right here. But again, nothing fancy. I'm just playing with an idea. Just bear with me a moment. So you want to be able to have the spots that the slits they can shoot arrows from. But again, we don't have the fancy schmancy lighting happening. That'd be way too expensive out here. And I think that's going to give enough backlighting without wrecking the whole look of this. But if you were to angle at a different, you'd see that extra detail hidden back there, which is kind of neat. I like that. All right, so we have that. Let's just kind of randomly fill this in for a minute. This is kind of out where it's not anything uber fancy happening. And we have to keep that in mind. I mean, yeah, there's going to be stuff you'd see from the airships, but this is a watchtower, not part of the main castle, so it's not going to be super fancy. Okay. So now we need to do the inside of this. And I think we're going to want to go this way. So I got to be able to get up here and fire. Let's see how that works. Yeah, I really can't see there, but can see there enough. And I kind of just like how that plays out. Okay, now too much of one material, which I have to admit, thank you, Wells Knight. I've learned an awful lot about not having too much of a single material. I just want to see that there. And we got cracked, don't need chiseled. Probably could use mossy. Actually, I could have kept that wood there too. I wasn't thinking. Let's do that. And All right. No. And watch the once it gets out of snapshot and we have the new uh, stuff, it's going to just change up everything that I'm doing. Yep. Hey, that works. Okay. And things crumble a little bit over time. And not that that mattered right there. That's too neat. There we go. That's better. That one doesn't matter. Okay. And some andesite. I've been playing survival too much because that pig actually scared me. All right. A little bit more right there. Oh, I'm liking that combination of textures. It's working out very, very nicely. That's awesome. Okay, that's looking really decent. Some of that weird formation is under this, and that needs to come out. I can't imagine that they would have kept this here. Or that I would keep this here. Yeah, yeah. I'm the culprit. I'm just pig punching just because. Yeah, see, this is all got to come out. I'll take that out later. But we do have a very nice start here. And so okay, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, I forgot to try the mycelium. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be. Well, it's a little different tone, but I think it adds enough change there. And I really can't do anything with not having cobble be right there. Okay. And let's throw another piece of gravel right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. So then what I did is I had the fence. All right. Then I had the cobble fence on the other side of this. Oh, I had those upside down stairs underneath of that. Easier than I thought. Right, that there. And then I had the mossy brick, or the cracked. And I needed the iron fence. And the cobble in between. And torches on the other side. All right. Okay, I think that's probably good for right now. I'm liking how this is looking. Because unfortunately, I gotta get some housework done before I get ready for work. But it's a little organic. We'll do some more stuff happening there. But yeah, I think this walkway. So what I'll do is I will edit the landscape. I don't have world edit. I'll have to do it by hand, which is time consuming. So there will be landscaping. And we can do more of that. Or maybe next time we can get to starting on this tower. But yeah, I think that looks really, really cool. Of course, so does that ship back there. I can't help it. I love that ship. All right, so that's it for now, everybody. I hope you had a great time, and I will talk to you later. Blessed be, everybody.